an aspiring entrepreneur looking to take over the world? The ultimate goal for many businesses is to achieve a monopoly, where you are the only provider of a certain product or service. While this is a difficult feat, it is not impossible. This video will provide you with a step-by-step guide on how to build a monopoly, so you can take your business to the next level and become a world-dominating force. Stick to the end to discover the secrets of creating and maintaining a monopoly. 1. Define your product or service. Creating a monopoly requires you to have a product or service that is so desirable that people will be willing to pay a premium for it. Before you can begin the process of building your own monopoly, you must first define your product. The first step in defining your product or service is to identify the problem that it will solve. Think about who your target customers are and what problems they may have that could be solved with your product. Once you have defined the problem, you should create a detailed description of your product or service. You should also consider any legal requirements that may apply to your business and whether your product or service may be subject to government regulations. Additionally, you should research the competition and determine how your product differs from theirs. You should come up with a pricing strategy for your product or service. Consider how much it will cost to produce and distribute your product, and how much profit you want to make from each sale. Make sure your pricing strategy is competitive with similar products or services on the market. By clearly defining your product, you can begin to build a strong foundation for creating a monopoly. 2. Identify your target market. Knowing who you are trying to reach is essential in order to build a successful monopoly. When determining your target market, ask yourself questions such as, who will benefit most from my product? What needs does my product fulfill? Who is my ideal customer? By answering these questions, you can begin to create a profile of the type of customer that is most likely to use your product. You can also research similar products or services in the marketplace to get an idea of the type of customers they're targeting. Ask yourself, who is currently buying this product? Who would be interested in purchasing something similar to this? By understanding your competitors' target market, you can gain insights into how to best position your own product. Once you've identified your target market, you can begin to create a strategy for how to reach them. You should consider factors such as which channels to advertise on, what type of messaging to use, and which demographic you want to focus on. By building a comprehensive strategy tailored to your target market, you'll be in a better position to dominate your industry and build a monopoly. 3. Create a unique selling proposition. Creating a unique selling proposition, USP, is an essential part of building a successful monopoly. A USP should explain why customers should choose your product over the competition. It should highlight the unique qualities of your brand and show how it can help customers. When crafting your USP, ask yourself the following questions. What makes your product unique? What sets it apart from other competitors? How can customers benefit from your product or service? Once you've answered these questions, use the answers to craft a statement that will make your USP stand out. You can also use customer feedback to help shape your USP. Gather reviews from current customers and use their insights to understand what sets your product apart from the rest. This will give you an idea of what features customers find most valuable and can help you create a powerful statement about your brand. Once you've developed a clear USP, make sure to emphasize it in all of your marketing efforts. Include it in product descriptions, ads, website copy, and other promotional materials to ensure that customers know why they should choose your product over the competition. Building a strong USP is one of the key components of creating a successful monopoly. 4. Develop a pricing strategy. Developing a pricing strategy is an essential part of building a successful monopoly. Without a solid plan, your business may not be able to compete with other businesses in the market. To ensure that you maximize profits, you'll need to carefully consider how you're going to price your goods and services. There are several different strategies that you can use to develop your pricing strategy. The most common strategies include cost-plus pricing, competitive pricing, penetration pricing, and psychological pricing. Cost-plus pricing involves calculating the cost of the product plus a set percentage or fee to cover your overhead and profit. This type of pricing strategy can help you ensure that you make a profit while still remaining competitive. Competitive pricing means setting prices based on what competitors are offering in the market. This helps you to remain competitive while still making a profit. Penetration pricing is used to quickly gain market share. By setting lower prices than the competition, you can draw customers away from other businesses and gain an edge in the market. However, this type of pricing strategy should only be used for a short period of time, as it can cause prices to become too low and ultimately hurt your profits in the long run. Psychological pricing is used to influence customers into thinking they are getting a good deal even if they aren't. This could include using prices like $9.99 instead of $10 or using promotional discounts and sales. No matter which strategy you choose, it's important to monitor your competitors and adjust your pricing as needed. This will help ensure that you are maximizing profits while still staying competitive in the market. 5. Invest in marketing and advertising. One of the most important steps in building a monopoly is investing in marketing and advertising. This is because it helps to create brand awareness and drive more customers to your business. Advertising can be done through various channels, such as TV, radio, print, digital, and social media. When you are creating a marketing plan, it's important to have a clear goal in mind. What do you want to achieve with your marketing efforts? Do you want to increase brand awareness, or do you want to generate more sales? Knowing what you want to achieve will help guide your decisions when selecting the right advertising channels. For example, if you want to target a younger demographic, then social media would be the best channel to use. On the other hand, if you are targeting a more established customer base, then TV and radio might be better options. It's also important to consider your budget when selecting your advertising channels. Depending on your budget, some channels may not be an option for you. It's important to remember that marketing isn't a one-time activity. Once you start getting customers, you need to keep them engaged by constantly providing value and updates. You can do this through email newsletters, blog posts, and social media updates. By investing in marketing and advertising, you can help ensure that your business stands out from the competition and build a successful monopoly. 6. Create barriers to entry. Creating barriers to entry is an important part of building a monopoly. It ensures that competitors have a harder time entering the market and can make it much easier to maintain your position at the top. A few strategies you can use to build those barriers: patents. Filing patents for products and services gives you exclusive rights to them and helps prevent others from copying your ideas. Trademarks. Registering a trademark makes it easier to protect your brand and keeps others from using the same name or logo. Licensing. Licensing agreements can be used to limit the number of people who can make and distribute products. This can help keep competition low and prices high. Network effects. By creating networks of customers, you can create a self-sustaining ecosystem where it's hard for new entrants to compete with existing users. Acquisition. Buying up competing companies can make it much harder for newcomers to gain a foothold in the market. These strategies can be powerful tools for creating a monopoly, but it's important to remember that they aren't always necessary. In some cases, it might be possible to establish yourself as the dominant player without relying on these tactics. However, if you want to ensure that you remain the top dog, then these strategies can give you an edge over the competition. 7. Focus on customer service. If you want to build a successful monopoly, you must focus on customer service. A monopoly that provides good customer service is likely to last for a long time and will be popular with customers. Providing quality customer service is the key to sustaining your monopoly over the long term. When building your monopoly, strive to create an environment where customers feel welcomed and appreciated. Make sure to offer a variety of customer service options, such as phone lines, email, and online chat support. This ensures that customers have multiple ways to get in touch with you if they have any questions or concerns. In addition to offering quality customer service, you should also focus on customer satisfaction. Make sure that customers are getting the products and services they need and that any complaints are handled quickly and effectively. You should also consider creating customer loyalty programs or promotions to reward customers for their loyalty and to encourage them to keep coming back for more. Make sure to keep up with industry trends and best practices. Regularly review your customer service strategies and policies to ensure that they are up to date and in line with what customers expect from a monopoly. By staying ahead of the competition, you can ensure that your monopoly continues to thrive in the long term. 8. Continuously innovate. Creating a monopoly requires more than just having the most popular product or service. To truly dominate an industry, you must constantly strive to innovate. Keeping up with changing consumer tastes, introducing new technology, and responding to customer feedback are all essential elements of maintaining your stronghold on a market. Innovation doesn't just mean making changes to existing products. It could involve creating entirely new solutions that can help to meet the needs of your customers. By staying ahead of the competition and innovating new approaches, you can remain a powerful force in your industry. It's also important to pay attention to customer feedback and use it to inform how you develop your products. If a customer expresses a need for something that no one else is offering, think about how you can make it happen. And when something isn't working, don't be afraid to scrap it and start fresh. Creating a monopoly requires continually pushing the boundaries of what's possible. With a commitment to innovation, you can create a product or service that is unrivaled in its industry and make sure that it stays that way. By following these steps, you'll be well on your way to establishing a successful monopoly. So what are you waiting for? Start building your empire today. Did you find the video informative? What was your favorite part? Tell us in the comments below. And like the video, share, and don't forget to subscribe to Financial Literacy.